Hello, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be walking through visualizing bottlenecks and risks within Tempus. So the specific use case here is resource managers want to see the risks associated to their resources, and similarly, project managers want to see the risks associated to their projects. This is achievable in Tempus through heat maps to show overallocation, as well as showing risks. There are overallocation and concurrency risks that you can show within roadmaps. Navigating to my Tempus environment here, the first place that I'm going to show how to see these risks are within the bulk project allocation Flatgrid. If I navigate into the Flatgrid, I have created myself a view to show resources that I am the resource manager of. I have done that by selecting this option here, resource mode, and filtering on resource manager being myself, and selecting all of those resources. I am doing this starting in the month of July through the end of next year, because within resource management, you want to forward look. You want to minimize the risks as soon as possible before it's too late and maybe you don't have anyone to fill the work or people are over allocated. Those types of things you want to address as soon as possible, which is why I have this a few months out from today. In this case, like I said, I have pulled in my resources and I have this grouped by resource name. Within my environment, I have set up the colors that I want the heat map to show when a resource is underallocated and or overallocated. So in this case, I have red showing that my resource is over 100% allocated. I have the ability to drill into my resources here and show the individual projects that they are on with those assignments as well as their net availability. The Flatgrid is a great place to view this information, especially these heat maps, as well as make adjustments if needed in real time. And the heat maps will actually adjust in real time as well. I have also chosen to pull in my planning intervals here. This is a milestone-like feature within Tempus that is system-wide. So it's not specific to one project. It is specific to your organization as a whole. So I've got new planning period in here and resource plan locked in. These are meant to help you in decision making. So any big milestones that you need to see, you can pull these in as planning intervals to confirm that maybe your resources are not over allocated and or under allocated around that time. To wrap up this view, this is a great way to see your individual resources that you are the resource manager of and make decisions if they are over allocated or under allocated. Moving on, I'm going to navigate to a different view that I have created, which is this project manager view. So I have done something very similar where I set up a view with the same dates here, except I am now in the project mode here, and I am filtering on projects that I am the project manager of. I've got this grouped by project, and I've also pulled in a few additional rows that you may find helpful as a project manager. So I've got my total assignments here. I've got my total demand planning assignments, which means total work that has not been filled yet, as well as the percentage unallocated. These are all extremely important in forward planning to see what work has not been filled yet and help you to make decisions about what you should do next, whether that is moving work around, hiring, so on. Within this, you do have to go down to the resource level in order to see the resource heat map, as well as see, who is over and under allocated. Similarly to that resource management view, this is a great way for you to make decisions and make adjustments to your resources assignments in real time as a project manager. All right, I am going to navigate back home, and the other area that I want to show is roadmap management. I have created a few roadmaps here to show, and I will start again with the resource manager roadmap. So similar to that Flatgrid view that I created, I have filtered this down to just show the projects that I am the resource manager of resources on that project. So in this case, I have it grouped by, actually, let me look in the settings quickly. I've got it grouped by portfolio and then by project size. As you can see here, the awesome thing about roadmaps is that you have the ability to pull in risks. So this settings icon on the upper right-hand side shows the overallocation risk and the concurrency risk, which I mentioned a little bit ago. The overallocation risk is you can determine what that percentage is going to be. In my case, I have anything over 100%. I want that to show as a risk, meaning it is shaded. As you can see well with this orange one. Project Horizon is also shaded a bit. If I click into one of these cells, this is showing me the individual resources that are overallocated on that project in order for you to drill down further into that project and make adjustments as needed. So in my case, I am seeing that there are 2 projects in January of 2026 that I have resources on that are over allocated, meaning I need to do something about those. Similarly, there is a concurrency risk here. And this is going to show if you have any resources on your projects that are on more than a certain amount of projects at one time. So maybe a simpler way to put that is I want to see it as a risk if any of my resources are on more than 3 projects at a time. I don't want them to be on more than 3. So I want to show that as a risk. And you can see here, I'm seeing some different projects and months being shaded. And if I click into one of those cells, I am seeing that Ava here is on 5 projects during this month, and it has them listed out here. Again, so that I can go reevaluate and maybe move her off of some of these projects. I'm going to navigate back to my roadmap management area and into my project management portfolio. This has a very similar setup. However, I have filtered this within the settings of the roadmap to only show projects that I am the project manager of. So the last roadmap I showed was specific to resource managers. This is for my project managers. Again, you can use the filters in the setup of your roadmap to identify what projects you want to be pulled in. Very similar approach here, where I can toggle between my overallocation risk to show which months of any of my projects have resources that are overallocated, resources and/or teams. And then I can also pull in my concurrency risk. So which projects within this roadmap have resources that are on more than a certain number of projects at one time. And as you can see, it looks like it's Ava again. I hope that this is helpful in you understanding how to view risks within your Tempus environment. Please let us know if you have any questions.